Stop everything. What I am about to tell you will shake the NFL to its core, rewrite the entire AFC North narrative, and leave every team in chaos. Do not blink. Do not even breathe too loudly. The front offices are frantically scrambling. Phones are ringing off the hook in league headquarters, and sources, trusted beyond any doubt, have confirmed something that no one saw coming. A move so audacious, so colossal, that it could reshape the future of the Cleveland Browns and possibly the entire league. This is not conjecture. This is not speculation. This is cold, hard truth. But I need you to understand, what I know right now is just the tip of the iceberg. The real story? It's still hidden, cloaked in secrecy, waiting to explode at any moment. And trust me when I say, the magnitude of what's happening right now, it's nothing short of apocalyptic. Imagine the chaos in the Browns' war room. From the moment they started discussing this plan, the environment has been electric. Every meeting, every encrypted phone call, every clandestine chat has been laser-focused on one goal: securing a superstar that could turn everything around. A player so elite, so transformational, that Cleveland's brass have considered everything, including the seemingly impossible. Your jaw will drop when I tell you who they are targeting. But for now, hold your breath. What you're about to hear could be history in the making. Now let me take you behind the curtain. Cleveland, they're desperate. They've been searching for months, probing, negotiating, maneuvering. They've made secret trips, sent discreet messages through quiet intermediaries, and even booked private jets to meet with hidden agents. Every move meticulously planned, every step cloaked in secrecy. Why? Because they know what's at stake. The AFC North is evolving, and the Browns want to be at the forefront. They need a game changer, someone who can carry the defense, motivate the locker room, and reduce the pressure on Deshaun Watson. They've looked everywhere: veterans, draft prospects, undervalued gems. But then they found HIM. Yes, the name is about to come out, but let's build the anticipation a little longer. Imagine the scene: a high-level meeting in an undisclosed location, probably a secluded hotel in Nashville, maybe a penthouse in Manhattan. People with real power speaking in hushed tones. They're discussing logistics, futures, contract clauses, incentives, buyouts. They're poring over analytics, advanced metrics, projection models. Because they know this isn't just a signing, it's a seismic shift. And from what my sources tell me, the interest isn't just coming from Cleveland. No, rival teams are trying to blockade this deal, throwing financial offers, legal threats, and behind-the-scenes lobbying. The league is watching with bated breath. Why? Because this player isn't just a star, he's a franchise-altering talent, a difference-maker who could dominate for the next decade. And then, finally, the moment arrives. Are you ready? Because here it is. Cleveland Browns are targeting Myles Murphy. That's right. Myles Murphy, the explosive, relentless, physically dominant defensive end from Cincinnati, is on the verge of becoming a Browns. And if this deal goes through, it could be the most shocking, most strategic move in recent NFL history. Now let's get into the deep details, because this isn't just a casual rumor. This is a blockbuster of epic proportions. Myles Murphy, at just 24 years old, has evolved into one of the league's most electrifying pass rushers. Remember his breakout 2025 campaign. He racked up a career-high 41 quarterback pressures, more than doubling his previous best, and was a nightmare for quarterbacks with 10 QB hits, 5.5 sacks, and 6 tackles for loss. Those aren't just numbers, they're the signals of a player who's ready to dominate at the highest level. His measurables: 6'5", 275 pounds of pure muscle, speed, and agility, honed at Clemson, where he was a 5-star recruit, recording 53 tackles and over 10 sacks as a senior. He's a physically gifted beast, powerful, explosive, relentless. But it's not only about raw talent. Murphy's game has matured. His late-season run in 2025 saw him elevate his consistency, a key trade marker, particularly from Week 11 onward. In that span, he avoided those rookie wall moments, instead flashing his true potential with dominant games against top-tier offensive lines. His PFF grade: a solid 64.2 overall, with a 63.5 pass rush grade and an impressive 64.8 run defense grade. He's not just a pass rusher, he's a complete defender. His tackle count: 52 in 2025, with 36 solo stops in 2026's early season, ranking him among the top edge rushers league-wide. And let's talk about his fit in Cleveland. The Browns have been crying out for a disruptive force on defense. Myles Garrett is already a superstar, but he's nearing the end of his prime. Murphy could complement him perfectly, an unstoppable duo that could terrorize quarterbacks relentlessly week after week. Imagine that, with Jim Schwartz now at the helm, deploying aggressive schemes that leverage Murphy's explosiveness and instinct. The potential is terrifying. His contract, still on his rookie deal, but the Browns are already eyeing his fifth-year option, estimated at $13.6 million, with incentives pushing that figure well beyond $22 million. That's a no-brainer investment for a player of his caliber. Considering his rapid development, the league's buzz is that he could command even more, possibly future extensions worth upwards of $80 million guaranteed, depending on his next season's performance. This isn't just a gamble. It's a strategic move to lock down one of the rising stars in the NFL. And don't forget what NFL insiders are whispering behind closed doors. The league's top executives see Murphy as a cornerstone, someone who could anchor their pass rush for the next decade. NFL greats and analysts are already calling him a future Pro Bowler, and industry experts expect him to double his sack totals this upcoming season, becoming a household name across the league. But behind all this hype, there's a storm brewing. Rivals like the Bengals, Ravens, and even some teams from the AFC West are trying to block this deal, offering hefty trade packages, draft picks, and players in an all-out frenzy. Cleveland's front office is reportedly willing to part with multiple first-round picks, a treasure trove for a franchise desperate to accelerate its rebuild. Word is, they're even considering including a high-value player or two, maybe a young linebacker or a wide receiver, to sweeten the pot. And think about the emotional side of things. Coach Kevin Stefanski's replacement, Todd Monken, is already on record praising defensive linemen who can rush off the edge. The new regime is hell-bent on changing the culture, on bringing in leaders, game changers. Murphy. He's exactly the type of player who embodies that new identity, a cornerstone to build around for years to come. Can you picture the locker room, the energy, the fan excitement? It's historic, but perhaps what's most astonishing is how this could reshape the future. If Cleveland pulls this off, they're not just acquiring a player, they're sending a message to everyone in the league. The Browns are back in the game, serious contenders again, ready to dominate. It would signal a shift in power, a new era of aggressive, forward-thinking roster building. They would become the team everyone fears and respects, and Myles Murphy would be the centerpiece of that revolution. Now, hold tight, because the details don't end here. Rumors suggest there's a secret clause in negotiations, something that could make this deal even bigger. Insider whispers talk about performance incentives, buyout provisions, and even a billionaire's level of technology-driven analytics to track Murphy's development once he joins Cleveland. If this happens, it could set a precedent. Teams not just trading players, but reshaping how NFL powerhouses build dynasties. And what about the league's reaction? My sources, those close to league decision-makers, say that the NFL's Board of Governors is already examining potential policy adjustments. Why? Because this trade could force a reevaluation of salary caps, contract rules, and even the draft process. The ripple effects will be felt across the entire league. In the end, this isn't just about one player or one team. It's about the transformation of the NFL landscape, an epic saga unfolding right now in the shadows of the offseason. The next 48 hours will be critical. The deal could be announced at any moment, and when it does, it will be seismic. So stay tuned. Lock in. Because history is about to be written, and you are right here in the front seat of the greatest NFL story of this decade. This is more than a trade rumor. This is the beginning of a new era for the Cleveland Browns, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. What's next? The league is watching, the Giants are moving, and Myles Murphy's destiny is about to collide with Cleveland's future. Would you believe me if I told you this could be the turning point that catapults the Browns back into elite status? Well, get ready. I promise what I'm about to reveal next will blow your mind. But for now, remember, don't blink. Stay locked in. Because the story isn't over yet, not by a long shot.